Okay, we got a old Massey Ferguson, and from what I understand, it's a common problem for some operators to have an issue with these things bending on the steering cylinder. So you have power steering on that GC2300, and these get bent up and then the cylinder's flopping around. The one we had was so bad that the hoses actually wore holes into them because it was moving around so much. So here's my fix for that. Now what we're going to do is take this underneath, we're going to go in there, and I'm going to tack this in place where it'll set, and I'm going to hold these like that and keep them from bending outward again. Put a through bolt here and hopefully keep that from ever being able to pull apart again. I'd rather lose a tie rod end than lose the cylinder for hundreds of dollars. The hoses, when they break, it's a lot of money, trust me, okay, and it's a real pain to tear everything apart to pull those hoses through. I mean, it's hard to get those hoses off and on where they're situated in. So we're going to do this. I'm going to tack these in place on the vehicle, but I'm not going to weld them until I take it off. Then I'm going to have it open where I can weld it real good and then clean it up afterwards. And that way I don't overheat the seals on the cylinder, because that would be pretty stupid. So there's my fix, so that we have a semi-permanent fix for that. Plus, being that it's bolted here and not going straight across in front, now I could take it off anytime I want to, change it, do something, whatever I want to do. It comes apart because of this bolt. Okay, so now these things have to go to 9 inches, 9 1/4 in between these keeper rings. Okay, so these are the general dimensions, about 4 1/4. Okay, for each of these, about 4 1/4. All right, so they'll have some space in between. There's a rise of about 1 inch total from the bottom to the top. Shouldn't interfere with anything underneath there that I could tell. Okay, we'll find out if it does, but I don't think it will. And through hole, 5/16. That's what I'm going to use, and put it on there and just tighten it up nice and tight without going crazy. And then a lock nut to keep it from loosening up. And there's my fix for these bending and dropping the cylinder out. Good luck with yours. Okay, the whole idea of having this in 2 pieces is so that you can remove it. See how beat up that one was? They drove that thing around for a while. Banging against it, that cylinder. Oh man. But anyway, you see what I'm doing here. Okay. Now I just gotta clean this up and weld it up. Keep that clean in there where that lip is. There's a little lip in there. Okay. So you got to make sure you don't weld into that area. But I can weld here and on the back side, maybe touch a little bit here. You can get it pretty tight. It should clamp onto it. And the other one's still there, which will come off in a second or two. And go out the other side. But that's why I'm using a bolt in the middle, so that you can take it off, remove it if you need to do work on it. Okay, hopefully that shows you how it is. Okay, but I had to tack them in place so that I get them perfectly aligned. And yeah, there's slag on there. It's not a weld. Okay, it's a spot weld. Anyway, we'll clean them up, and then I'll have a clamp to hold that together. I bet you that'll work. There we go. Finished product. You get the idea. Put them up in there. And hold that cylinder in place. Shouldn't be able to bend out of place anymore. I don't know. There you go. You get the idea. It should work. Bet you works just fine. Okay. Here's your finished product. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to get it. There we go. See how it goes in? Bolt across. That's a 5/16 bolt. And you see the other side there. See how it is? And it holds it in. Should keep it from being able to bend out. We'll find out.